Let's do this. We are live, everybody. Welcome again to another edition of our Sunday Watch Parties. I am joined today by Alex. Thank
Hi,
you so
gang.
much, Alex.
My pleasure. Always a
Um,
pleasure.
you know what? It's always a pleasure to be here every Sunday doing this. Today's rendition is this, classic, not Christmas movie, not holiday movie at all. The Haunting, the original from 1963.
hmm
We're going to have a lot of fun with this, a lot of discussion. I would love to just dive into discussion about this movie, the book it's based off of, the remakes, um,
Of which there've
everything
been a
related
few.
to Hill House.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Of which there've been a few.
there have been a few. So
Some
this
better than
is a
others.
yes. But they're all worth talking about because they all revolve around the same basic story by Shirley Jackson.
Yeah.
So, yes, without further ado, I will address everyone's comments. This is an hour and 51 minutes, so we are going to dive right into it.
hmm
Sync point is right about 5 seconds in as the MGM lion roars. Um, about that, or at the very beginning. We don't want to miss any of the narration or the plot
Backstory.
points.
Yeah.
Exactly. So why don't you give us the countdown, Alex, and we'll dive
All
in.
right. In five, four, three, two, two, one. Sorry. I
Okay.
misjudged the fingers. Sorry about that, guys.
Well, we're still going to be within a second of each other.
Yeah.
Um, yes. Matt, his first comment off the bat is rare watching a movie older than me.
hmm
Same. Um, This was 1963, based on the book that came out a couple years
hmm
earlier.
Yeah.
Um, and this has kind of laid the foundation for the remake that came out in 99 and the Netflix series, which I am a huge fan of.
hmm
Um, and okay, without further ado, Miss Swift posted that she was in her sick bed. I am recovering from a sickness that I have had all week, so don't mind me if I have to
Mute or.
cough or go off camera for a second. Um, it's just that nasty sickness going
Yeah.
on. So, all right, as we're rolling through the credits and we're gonna get the backstory.
hmm
Let's do, I'm going to do a shout out real quick to everyone who is here. Um, YouTube, we have Matt, Calbot, Eric, Miss Swift, of course, is on her sick bed recovering. So glad you're here. Let's see, Calbot's there, Johnny Devick, Matt, Edward the Black Prince. I think I got everybody on YouTube.
Yeah.
Over in Discord. Alex, of course, is over there on Discord.
hmm
um, Calbot, Eric, Matt. I think a lot of us are doing double duty over there.
Yeah. Edward and
Um,
Calbot. Calbot, I have to disagree with you. The 99 remake is not horrible. Just approach it as a comedy, and it's
mm,
fantastic. And as we've been
yeah.
watching the credit sequence and narration, I watched I watched it with commentary last night, and Robert Wise was describing how they got the look of the house in the credits, and they shot that with infrared film. So, yeah, as he said, with infrared film, if you photograph people, their faces are going to go weirdly red or purple or whatever. But if you're shooting, let's say, architecture or buildings or graveyard or something without people, landscapes or whatever, it can look really neat. It just doesn't look realistic. It's just hyper stylized. And we'll see if number of scenes later, basically once they get in the house, he said he wants to shoot with really wide angle lenses to make everything appear a little weird at the edges, make the hallways extending or it's closing in on you.
Mm.
And when he said, I want to shoot really wide, like we're starting to get kind of wide here, with the dad and the daughter, and the DP, the director of photography, cinematographer, said, "Well, don't blame me if it looks weird when you get the film back." He's like, "No, I want it to look weird."
Yeah, he was using an experimental camera too.
Hmm.
Excuse me. um, yeah, and he purposely used the experimental camera to get those distorted shots of the house, and it will look purposefully off.
Yeah. Well, it's like with the shot we're seeing here with the woman in the hallway with the door and the mirror and the hallway down the way. If that was shot with like a 50 or anything closer, you wouldn't see the mirror, her, the doorway, and the hallway. So, oh, and here's a plot point:
Exactly.
death of
So
wife number one. Well, no, death of
we've
wife number
got the backstory of the house.
2. Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting the history of the house and how it
Yeah.
what claims its victims.
Yeah.
Um, and the names are we have Hugh Crane, we
Mm-hmm.
have the
Abigail, the
kid
daughter.
names Abigail, Theo, Luke. Those names carry on. I believe some of those names carry on into the remake movie and
Yep.
into the TV series.
Yep.
Um, they all revolve around Hill House.
Mm-hmm. As the opening narration said, some houses are born bad or made bad or start bad or whatever the phrasing was.
Right. And to kick off the discussion, so there was some discussion going on there about the 1999 remake. It was universally panned by the critics. But you're right. If you kind of come into it with more
Don't
of a
expect a horror
levity,
movie. Yeah, yeah. It's
um,
the same with the because there was Haunting in '99. The same time they were doing it wasn't another. No, it wasn't another making of Haunting of Hill House. It was the House on Haunted Hill with Kate Iggs and Jeffrey Rush, I think, and somebody else, and they were both out at the same time, roughly that same summer. Like there was a bit of crossover, and
uh, yeah, Jeffrey Rush, Famke Janssen, Ty
right.
Diggs.
Hmm.
Um, they came out the same year, I
Hmm.
think within a few months of each other.
Yeah, one was spring, or one was summer, and yeah.
Yep. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Though Liam Neeson wasn't bad in The Haunting, neither like no one was bad in The Haunting. It just wasn't spectacular.
right. I think it failed to impress um,
The
the
horror aficionados,
audiences.
yeah,
Were expecting. I guess they were expecting this haunted house
yeah.
murder mystery and an immense death count. These really don't have a high death count.
They
So
don't.
far,
Yeah.
we've had three
Two,
people,
the th-
two or three people die already.
yeah.
Um,
Like we know the
and
original father's dead. Two wives are dead, but it's not a slice and dice movie. So yeah.
Um, so Calbot is reminding us of some of the movie choices for 99.
Hmm.
Calbot made a lot of bad movie choices in 99, saw Phantom Menace and The Haunting in the theater, but missed The Matrix.
Well, a lot of people miss The Matrix. Like if depending on what you were exposed to of the marketing campaign, it either was interesting to you or not. And like The Matrix, I think they had deals with distributors that would only show in certain quality theater or types of quality of theater. Like the 99 was around when the arena seating started, where you'd be sort of everywhere was kind of a good seat that you weren't sitting down and the guy's 6 feet tall in front of you and you were screwed for your viewing, right? So yeah.
Yeah,
But
they would really elevate and put all the seats at an angle.
yeah,
Um, so
versus
yeah, you
before when you were just sort of
everything was
like it was an original theater, like a not more theater seating where everything's along the ground. There's a slight incline, ever so slight incline, but instead of looking out at the screen, you were more looking up at the screen because the screen was about 4 or 5 feet off the ground, and it was more up in front of you. And if your theater was
yeah,
older, you'd have curtains on the screen. You'd still have curtains coming
interesting
coming
because
out.
I remember the theaters from the 80s, they were all one level, and you would hope you'd cross your fingers that, a lady with big hair or a really tall person wouldn't sit in front of you
Yep. Mm-hmm.
because you wouldn't be able to see the movie.
Yep.
Um,
No. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Um, yeah. Okay. So the foundation for the movie and why these people are coming to Hill House
Mm-hmm.
is being explained by this doctor who
Mm-hmm.
wants to like bring his test subjects into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the old lady who is the one that owns the house, she is advising against it. Oh, my glasses are driving me crazy. Here we go. Um, so we have now this band of subjects that he's bringing in. Um, one of the central focuses of this movie and the remake and the TV series of Hill House is this character of Nell.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of this horror, what critics consider this as a horror movie, all of this horror goes on in her head. She
Mm-hmm.
has a lot of dialogues with herself,
Yeah. A lot of
um,
internal monologue happening.
a lot. And it's really important to get her foundation as a character because she's almost not a very likable character. You
No,
kind of
she's
feel
not.
sorry for her,
Mm-hmm.
um, but she is also not a very sympathetic character, even though we should feel sorry for her based on where she is in her life at the time of these happenings.
Yeah.
Um, now, the TV series had twisted this whole narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is basically the narrative that was pulled from the book.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the remake, sort of, is still addressing Nell, well, Eleanor Nell, as a sympathetic character that we should want to root for. But she is off in a lot of her monologues to herself, and a lot of her mannerisms kind of are off, as we'll
Mm-hmm.
notice. Um, so she's a very complicated character. She's not one way or another until you watch the movie, and then you can kind of see where they tried to take her character, I guess. Mm. Swift, I saw this version for the first time a year or two ago. It was always at the top of the haunted house list. Yeah, a lot of reviewers, I mean, they put it at the top of their list and they call it a scary movie. And as Mad Matt pointed out, it's not really a scary movie as we would define it. In our sensibilities here in 2025,
Mm-hmm.
this might not be considered a scary movie.
And it's more of
Um,
a psychological thrillery type
right.
because it's all sort of in a lot of in the head. And they shot this out
A
in
lot of it.
England, even though the sign said Boston and the story said in New England. But they shot this out in England because when Robert Wise got the rights to the book, side note, when he went to see the author, because they thought, oh, well, The Haunting of Hill House feels like a bit of a long title and people might associate it more with the book because they were doing something a little bit different with it. They said, well, were there any alternate titles you were thinking of? And they said, the authoress said, oh, The Haunting. She went, there you go. That's the title of our movie. Thank you very much. And he went to MGM. Robert Wise did. I think it was MGM, And they said, "Oh, we'll only give you $1 million for this." And he thought he was going to cost him about $1.4 million, $1.5 million. They said, "Nope, we're only going to give you $1 million." And he went, "Well, I need more than that." So he was going to England for something else, and his producing partner, I guess, said, "Bring the book with you and bring the story treatment and see if we can get some money over here and see if we can just might as well make it over here because we might be able to do it for cheaper." And that's why they made it in England, because that's where they got the extra money and cast, and why there's so many English people in it. And
Right,
Russ,
and it is supposed to be set in, I believe technically it's supposed to be in Massachusetts
yeah,
somewhere.
because she was driving out of Boston out to somewhere.
Hmm.
And why we have Russ Tamblyn, who most or may know as the character name is escaping me, but from leader of the Jets in West Side Story. Yes, it's the same guy. Uh, he was approached by Robert Wise to do it, and he said no. And he went to a meeting at MGM where he was contracted. They said, "Contracted with us. Wise, you're doing it." So he did them. So
Yep. And he is, boy,
still
he's got to
around.
be pushing like 90, and he's still alive that I
He,
know of.
yeah, he's got to be. He's a little. Because I
He's,
looked it up because he mentioned he did a show of this and his daughter Amber, and went, "Tamblyn, is his daughter Amber Tamblyn the actress?" Yes, yes, his daughter is Amber Tamblyn the actress. And I'm like,
yep.
"When the hell was he born?"
Hmm.
1934. When was she born? 83. Okay, he had her a little bit late.
A little bit later, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he was in a lot of musical theater, musical movies. I believe he
Yeah.
sings and dances too.
Hmm. Well, he definitely sings and dances in West Side Story.
Really.
Hmm.
Yeah, Matt, good point. 10 years later in 1973 gives us The Exorcist, which is what comes to my mind when people say scary. Yes, absolutely.
Hmm.
Um, this is tame by 60 standards. Edward the Black Prince, it does
Yeah.
seem tame. Um,
Yeah. Well, even
but
like it's as slow, like she's just getting to the house, right? And she's talking to the gatekeeper here, gatekeeper, groundskeeper. Even with all the narration, Psycho from 3 years earlier, also black and white, was going that much faster story wise 15 minutes in. And we're only 15 minutes
yeah,
in
and I believe Psycho was a shorter movie too.
now. A little bit shorter. Not
This
much, but a
is
little bit.
almost 2 hours. I think Psycho was an hour and a half.
Something like that. Psycho was
Um,
pretty quick.
running time 109 minutes, so just over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But this does rely on, see, there you go. There's the view of the house
Yeah. And the music
with,
blaring in. Yeah.
yeah. So her first view of the house is a foreboding image. It's
It's freaky to her. She's got like
yes. So her reaction,
her brain saying, "Run away. This isn't good.
yeah.
Turn the car around. Get away."
Yeah, but see, again, we have the internal monologue.
Yeah.
That is the basis for most of the what? Why would they call it the scariest movie? Is
Mm.
her and her journey in this house. Um, that scene with her by the gatekeeper Dudley in the TV series, Dudley and his wife are also the gatekeepers, the groundskeepers of the house.
Hmm.
Um, and in the movie, who plays Dudley? Bruce Dern, I believe, in the remake.
Oh God, I meant to rewatch it last night. Didn't.
I believe.
Uh,
Um,
Let me check.
so that her going through the gate is almost a shot for
Mhm.
shot duplicate in the 1999.
Oh,
Um,
there's a couple of shot for shot reviews completely. It's a different house, obviously. Well, the side of the
mhm.
house here, but
What is her name?
use this.
Um, yeah, and Lily Tyler in the remake plays Nell. And I think the only difference in that scene with the gateskeeper is that she was out of her car and she actually walked up to the gate and they had maybe a different conversation.
Yeah,
But it's still the introduction, Nell, to this house.
yeah.
Um, yeah, Swift, that's a creepy looking house. I'd be noping out of there. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Um, so one of the things that I missed is well, especially in the remake, in the 1999 remake, not the Netflix TV series remake, because the foundation for Hill House is completely different how they rework the
Hmm.
story. But in 1999, um, the way that Nell came to this study, she got a phone call, and then that phone call got her to look at this ad in the newspaper for test subjects.
Yeah.
So it almost added this uh, what element of uh, like she wasn't the one that initiated the contact. And in
Hmm.
this movie, how did Nell? I think I missed that part at the beginning. How did she come across this house and this test subject? Did she apply for it? Did she
Well,
read about it?
that's what I can't remember. And like that, because there was a whole bit with the doctor
Mm-hmm.
whose last name is the character's last name is escaping me at the moment. But he had the whole
Yeah.
chalkboard there with a list of about 7 or 8 names, and he's going through like, okay, do I want so and so? Do I want so and so? If I have so and so, who do I pair them with? And like doing
Yep.
that sort of control of the experiment. Like I need a skeptic, I need a this, I need a that, and
Yeah. So
you know,
Nell's
like,
appearance in this, other than the backstory, I think from the book was that Nell had what psychic encounters when she was a kid, which might not be explored in this version or the 1999 version, but that kind of is her reason for being here.
yeah, and
But this movie
Theo,
does not explain how she got connected to this research.
yeah,
Yeah, Matt, she receives a letter inviting her to join them. So she
hmm,
must have applied.
yeah,
Um, and
yeah,
so, yeah, she's 2 months after losing her mom, who she cared for years and years and years, and got no support from family.
yeah,
So that in and of itself would
mess
be
with
a
your head.
very
Yeah,
heavy psychological burden.
hmm,
Um, and now the thought of her being kicked out of her home. And in the 1999 version, Nell's sister and brother-in-law were going to sell the home she lived in with their mom and
hmm,
sell it so she would have no place to live, which is the basis for Nell's um what erratic not erratic behavior
yeah,
is she fears being homeless.
hmm.
Yeah, erotic slip of the tongue. There's nothing erotic about Nell. She
No,
is
the erotic is Theo, who we meet right now,
exactly.
and there was a
So
whole
is
bit. There's a whole bit that the studio went in that they wanted to limit the amount of physical touching between Nell and Theo, because heaven forbid there be any hint of lesbian eroticism,
although there
which,
is a hint of it later in the movie.
hmm,
That aspect of it is brought to the forefront in the TV series. And
yeah,
I am such a big fan of that TV series, um, that I mean, I can't rave about it enough. So I don't want to give any spoilers away for those who haven't seen it. Mike Flanagan did such a phenomenal job with that, and then the follow
Mhm.
up, Bly Manor. Um, Midnight Mass is was also a great one, and The House
House
of
of Us
Usher I
was
have yet
really
to watch.
it was really, really good. Yeah.
I really good.
Like it was one of those where I'm like, why haven't they given Mark Hamill an Emmy yet? Damn it.
Interesting. Well, I it's on my to watch list. I know a lot of you have raved about it. I don't have Netflix at the moment, but I'm going to. Side note, Stranger Things season 5 is now out, so I think
part
I'm going to
part
have to
one.
get Netflix.
Part
Right,
one.
the first 4
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
I am the biggest fan of Stranger Things. I don't know if any of you out there are big fans too.
Well,
Um,
I watched them. I liked them,
oh,
and they're the next like part two comes out Christmas Day. Part three comes out January 1st, like New Year's Eve, New
Christmas
Year's
Eve.
Day. Well,
Yep,
yeah,
Christmas
Christmas
Eve.
Eve, Christmas Eve, and New Year's Eve. So if you wait until January and avoid the internet, i.e., avoid spoilers, you can
Right.
binge them all the way through.
It's so hard because there's spoilers out there.
Oh God!
Um,
The morning of release, they're talking
I
about stuff,
know.
and I'm like, you miserable bastards! You're like,
They're up
I,
all night watching them.
well, that or they're watching them first, or it's media releases, and I'm like, okay, you had a pre-watch. Well, screw you!
Right.
Like, I don't care for that. Like,
Mhm.
like avoid the internet. Easy enough,
Yeah.
honestly,
And
easy enough. Pick up a
I wa
book, people. Avoid the internet, but
but I wanna watch them on DVD, so I'm gonna get the DVD to for the other seasons that I have.
they
Um,
they've only put out one and two.
3 and 4 are out. Yep, I got them on
Eh,
eBay.
are they? I don't think those are legit. I think those have to be
I think
bootleg.
they came out on Target. Didn't Target release 3 and 4? I think.
I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I know eBay likes to throw out a lot of bootleg stuff. Like
Ooh.
they've got bootlegs
Well, they
of
better not be bootleg, I don't like that.
Mandalorian 3
Oh,
and Andor season 2's. They've got bootlegs out, and all it is a 1080p rip off Disney Plus. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but I'm like,
well, that's no good. Well, I'll
no,
wait for the season 5.
yeah,
But for any of you who are big Stranger Things fans,
hmm
um, I'll throw it out there when we have the season 5 series finale on New Year's Eve. If you guys want to live stream it with me, I'm all for it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get Netflix and like binge them all at the end of the year. I am so excited and I have to stay off the internet. I don't want
hmm
spoilers.
Well,
Um,
check your local listings or check there's a somebody had a link because they're airing in select theaters the finale of Stranger Things, which will be like two and a
mhm,
half bloody hours
I know. All sold
in
out in my
on the big
area.
screen. All right. So
Yeah.
you already looked then. Okay.
Oh, already. But I heard
Mhm.
about it too late.
Yeah. Now
Yeah, just a little
we didn't
sidebar.
yeah we didn't do this the straw poll at the beginning. Who's seen this and who hasn't?
Yep, that's right. Who has seen this? I doubt anyone has seen it in the theater, but I'd be very interested. When was the first time anybody has seen this movie? It's older than me.
hmm
Matt has already mentioned it's older than him, so yeah, I don't want to you don't need to shout out your age or anything. Um, but I would be very interested if any of you are lucky enough to have seen it in the theater. Um, or because this has been out streaming for a very long time.
Oh yeah,
Um,
and
it's on all the platforms.
soon enough because it is a Warner Brothers release. Depending on if the buyout approval gets approved, who knows what the hell Netflix is going to do with the Warner Brothers catalog?
Yeah, no
And hopefully,
kidding.
hopefully they won't screw around with their archiving process and archiving of everything.
Um, well, isn't Netflix buying?
Warner
Who are
Brothers.
they just now? They're buying Warner and Paramount.
No. Paramount's separate. That was Skydance bought Paramount bought CBS. Yeah, well, Paramount already owned CBS because that was all Viacom. But yeah,
Yeah,
somebody bought CBS and everything, all that, and then
yeah.
other people tried to buy Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers said get stuffed, and then they said yes to Netflix. We don't know why they said yes to Netflix. We don't know what the promises or oh yeah, no, we won't do that. No, of course we won't do that.
Yeah.
3-4 years later, it's ours now. We can do whatever the hell we want with it.
Yeah. And this is the state of affairs with the content wars,
Mm-hmm.
streaming wars, content wars, physical media wars.
All
Yeah,
of it.
Eric, Netflix is not really one for physical releases.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that gets me
their
so
original content they hold tight to.
bad. And I appreciate that. I honestly do.
Mhm.
But there is some stuff that there's going to be people that'll like, I don't want to buy it. Like I can just stream it. But then there's people that'll say, I want to have it. And I guarantee you, like you, anyone that's bought Stranger Things on physical probably still has a Netflix subscription or has had or will continue to have at some point a
Exactly.
Netflix subscription for a given period of time.
Exactly.
So, like yeah, I don't get it. Like what was I thinking of? Like you said, the House of Usher and all those are things that could get put out on a nice physical set, get the cast together, do commentaries, do whatever, do nice little making of docs or historical docs, put it all out there, pay a bit of a premium, and it's out there.
Right. But Netflix won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've already checked
Yeah.
for Midnight Mass, House of Usher.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Bly Manor and Hill House were different because of the production company.
Yeah.
Netflix wholly owns the other two and will never release them on DVD. So the only way for me to rewatch
Yeah.
them is to get a Netflix.
Yeah.
But
And
so I
that
want to see
that's
Stranger Things,
yeah.
so I'll have to go back to it.
Well, and that's the
Um,
fun thing with again this being Warner Brothers, but then you look at oh well, a show happened to have been on NBC or it happened to have been on Fox or whatever. Well, Disney owns Fox, so why isn't that show on Disney Plus? Well, it was made at Warner Brothers. It was
yeah,
sold to Fox for
exactly.
distribution,
It's a whole complicated
and then
thing
and
about
it's like
who owns
why
what
is
rights.
it's like why is West Wing on such and such, but not something else? Because it was made at Warner Brothers.
Mhm. Or
It's not made by
try this
NBC
one,
Universal
where they have a show on a platform, but not all the episodes or not all the seasons.
because that's all
That
they got licensed for. That's that licensing,
exactly.
and it's like why is licensing? Why is Spike TV back in the day? Why did they air the Star Wars trilogy every second they possibly could? Because they paid a crap load of money for the licensing, and they're going to get their money's worth.
Yep,
You know,
exactly. Um, yeah,
you know.
Eric, it's just one big clusterfuck. It
True.
really is. Uh,
Hmm. And it's like,
so
why are some movies on Turner Classics and some movies on AMC?
who knows? And we have to
Who
just pick and
who
choose. I
for
mean,
it?
I can't
Yeah.
buy all the streaming services every month. That's
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah. And
Um,
it's like
so you pick and
it,
choose. I'm gonna have to
yeah,
drop something to get Netflix just to watch
yep,
what I want, and then it's just like juggling balls in the air.
yeah.
Um,
The P word that
um,
we don't like to mention, piracy, uh, exists for a reason. It
I
has
know,
for
and
years.
it's just so bad for the industry. I will never
Oh, it's
condone it.
terrible for it. I don't
Um,
condone it, but it is what it
yeah,
is. I'm a realist about
it
it.
definitely. Yeah, so Miss Swift, this is a crucial scene because they're currently explaining how they selected the guest list for the experiment. That
Mhm.
actor right there with the curly hair, that is Russ Tamblyn as, I
Mhm.
want to say Jack, but it's Luke.
Yeah.
Um, so Luke is no, the nephew of the actual owner of the house, as she
The
was
current
explaining at the
owner, yeah.
beginning,
Mhm.
that he's set to inherit it. So he's kind of the control. He'll be the
Mhm.
control of the experiment. He'll make sure nothing goes wrong with the house.
Mhm.
Um, he'll kind of keep it on the up and up.
Mhm. But he's
Uh,
also the skeptic, right? So
yeah. Oh, okay, Johnny Devick. I heard rumors of a remaster of the Star Wars before that was made into special editions. Yes, in
yes,
2027, the 50th anniversary, they're
you.
releasing a special remaster.
It's
I'm
it's the, the it's
assuming
it's the theatrical
that's
1977
what I'm assuming.
remaster. No,
I'm in.
it's been confirmed.
I am so
And
in.
February 19th, check your local theater listings. That's the
27, well, of 2027.
2026.
No, I heard 27,
27? Oh God. Oh yeah. 2027.
like in a year and a
Yeah.
half.
Year
But
and a
I'm
bit.
on it. I'm on
Hmm.
it. Um, okay, so yeah, that was a sidebar. I love going on those little sidebars, talking about the industry today, talking about the industry as a whole, content, licensing, and all of that good stuff. But yes, back to the movie. We have all of our main characters. This is
Hmm.
Dr. John Markway, and I
Hmm.
believe that's his name in the remake as well.
Hmm.
Nope. Liam Neeson in the remake movie plays Dr. David Marrow.
Hmm.
But the names of the characters are basically the same in the
Yeah.
remake. We have Theo,
Theo.
Luke,
Hmm.
um, Dudley's the caretaker.
Yeah.
Uh, who else? Theo, Theodora. Um, but in the Netflix show, they have a total of 5 kids.
Hmm.
Luke and Nell are twins, and they have Theodora. Um, and then they have Luke and Nell are twins, and then they have 3 other siblings.
Hmm.
So they have added characters. Um, okay. Okay, yeah, Swift. A shower of rocks struck Nell's house when she was 10. Inspiration for Carrie's ending. That could very well be, because that really is how Carrie ended in the book. Yeah, Eric. Oh boy, don't get me started. Eric really didn't like all the extra stuff George added later. Yeah, talking about the Star Wars movies. Ugh, don't get me started. I saw it in the theater, and everything else is just it's a crying shame. Um,
Though I will say, people have their likes or dislikes for the special editions. From the behind the scenes of the special editions, they weren't wrong when they said if we didn't go in and do a preservation and a
mm.
restoration based on how the original negative was, it would have been dead and gone within 5 years.
I
So
believe it.
they went in, they did a restoration, preservation as best they could with the tools at the time. And George said, "Well, since we're already going in and doing this, we've got this technology, we know it works. I'd like to go
Uh,
put some extra stuff in there."
well, okay.
Good for him. Go ahead. Like they were
It
doing
was
it.
his content, his
Mhm.
baby, his creation. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Now,
Uh, there's
I
some
even
that
at the
liked it, some
time,
didn't.
even at the time, I would have been one to say, put your 97 preservation. of the original out at the same time. And honestly,
Right.
it wasn't ever said publicly, but they probably did have a here's our preservation of the original in 97. It's on new film, it's on whatever, it's on a shelf. But here's the special edition that I want to put out, so I'm putting that out and we'll work off of that. So I'm like, he, for all of poo poo Lucas for this, that, and the other thing, look at what he's doing with his museum. He's not an idiot. It's like, he's not, so gung ho on this. I want to do this digital, and here's the future of movies. Which, look at the track record. He hasn't been wrong, but he had a massive Norman Rockwell collection, various art and whatever, and he railed against Ted Turner when Ted Turner went in and started colorizing things,
Polarizing. Oh, I remember Ted
and he
Turner
he,
couldn't get
and he,
enough of
he, he
that.
was like, "No, don't do it. You're putting it out for modern audience. Okay, fine, I can appreciate that, but don't kill the original."
Yeah.
And yeah,
I think
but
that was the issue a lot of us had at the time,
mhm,
because Lucas basically came out and said, "Anything
that isn't
before
this.
my creation is dead and buried.
Yeah,
I don't even want to address it." And that
yeah,
was his mistake.
yeah, and,
Um,
it's the way that was said. Like, had he
yeah,
said, I've preserved it, it's there, we might do something with it later, people would have been like, "Oh well, there'll still be hope," but still,
exactly. The theatrical versions, uh, they're treasures.
they are,
So
and
50-year anniversary in a
yeah,
year and a half, we'll get to see it again.
and perhaps the Library of Congress, which put the original has put all three of the original Star Wars movies as important. We want these in our archive and whatever. When Lucasfilm submitted a copy of the special edition to the Library of Congress to be here, you asked for a copy for your archive. They went, no, 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 no. We want we asked for the 1977 version. We won't accept this.
That's
So
what they need to
maybe
do.
will Disney will get off the pot and give the Library of Congress an actual 1977 copy.
Well, there's a reason why they're doing the 50th
Yep.
theatrical remastering.
Hmm.
You're gonna have sold out theaters. I can guarantee it's gonna
Oh,
be sold out.
absolutely,
I will
absolutely.
be the first in line.
Yep.
Um, oh yeah, Calbot. The dark side of that is the 97 updates convinced Lucas to do the prequels. Ugh. Okay.
Hey, I
Oh,
liked it.
I won't even.
I, I,
So
I enjoyed them. Story wise, I knew what he was doing. There were elements, tech wise, some little bits of story I didn't care for. But so what?
yeah.
Would you have rather
Um,
no new Star Wars? The option was here
um,
they are or
I think
nothing.
the universe could have gone on just fine without the prequels. They
True,
would have they would have survived. Um,
true. But tech wise, look at what they
yeah,
did. And then if the prequels hadn't been doing what they were doing, would everyone else's second favorite trilogy, The Lord of the Rings, have been remotely as good as it was? No.
the industry, I think they have their place. I
Yeah.
think you're right as part of the industry as a whole.
Hmm.
Um, they were important, but yeah, for the Star Wars universe,
Yeah, yeah,
I
did
could
they
have
need
done
to be
without it.
there? No, but
Yeah,
they're
they
fun.
don't.
They have their thing, and
Every couple years I'll watch them, but that's about it. Um,
it's one of those that for story wise, you knew the beats that kind of had to be there.
yeah.
So that's the problem with going and telling the backstory of a story you've already put out there. And here we're going way off topic for what's happening on screen with all the noises and all of that, but
This movie's just like a slow burn.
it is, yeah. So
And we have these moments where there's a lot going on in a short amount of time.
yeah,
Um, so this is like one of the ghostly, well, not ghostly sightings, but a lot of these sounds. lead you to think something's going on.
Yeah.
Um, and
He's
of
inside her
course,
head again.
Nell's reaction to all of it, she always looks terrified. She
Yeah.
always looks scared. She's scared of everything.
Yeah.
And I think is this where they are forced to share a room. It's I think at some point
Mhm.
Theo is told to go in, and so they have to share a room because of these
Noise.
noises.
Yeah.
And that's all we've seen so far are noises.
Yeah. Noises and bangs and
Exactly.
having the door moving anything, but that happens
Have
a
we
little
already
later.
seen that's a really good scene when we have a special effect
Of the door
of the
bending into
door
itself. Yeah.
bulging. That's one of the only really good quality special effects that they have in this movie. Because we're just led to believe that it's a ghostly haunting that's, moving the doorknob, causing these noises. Um, but is it? I mean, we don't see anything. This is
Yeah.
not an this is not a what's the word I'm thinking of? We don't have people dropping like flies. This is
No.
not a serial killer type movie, right? So we don't see bodies dropping. Um, and even in the remake, the 1999 remake, before I revisited that one yesterday, in my head, I just had it pictured of, well, 1999. I think that was like um, everybody died in the end, and everybody was just picked off one by one. Well, that's not the case either.
No.
Um, there was
And it
maybe
was it
two
was
or
a
three
little,
deaths in it.
yeah. And
Mhm.
the one that had me laughing my ass off involved Owen Wilson.
Yeah, and his was like the only real graphic death in that movie, and it
Yeah.
really wasn't that graphic.
No, it's like it like if this was done on Stars or something, there'd be, slow mo, hyper violence and blood and guts everywhere.
Right. Exactly. So this is not your Thanksgiving movie that we saw a couple weeks ago where it was totally graphic. No.
Yeah.
This was this was 1963. They had
Mhm.
much different sensibilities and what you could put on screen. Um you couldn't even make Theo's character gay,
Mhm.
although there's kind of the hints at it.
Mhm.
Yes, Calbot, Owen was the fireplace. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Wow. Mad Matt.
that is Owen's death a wow moment. It was probably like,
Yes.
finally, yeah, that's what we've been wanting from the 1999 version.
Mhm. And there was
Because I
some
think
weird, because there's bits with the painting or the portrait, so it's a little bit like elements of Dorian Gray, like there's the house
Mhm.
spirit in the painting and some weird stuff
Right.
like that. So that's
Yeah.
another one that's
And
the other movie that's every iteration of it has been a slow burn. It's not bad. They're all usually decent. But any
Mhm.
movie of the picture of Dorian Gray, and when you look at that story and that character, that could be really messed up and really psychological. And none
Right.
of them have been, I'd like to see, I'm blanking on the guy's damn name again, but the guy that did Hill House and Usher and all that, if he did Dorian
Uh,
Gray, that would be neat.
Mike Flanagan doing his
Flanagan, yeah.
version of Dorian Gray.
Yeah.
That would just knock your socks off, I bet.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, when I saw his version excuse me, Flanagan's version of Hill House, there's, I believe, 8 or 9 episodes, and I
Mhm.
think it was the 6th episode where I finally caught one of the statues that
Mhm.
had turned around,
Mhm.
and it was that aha moment, like, holy crap.
Oh, that's
Is
what. Yeah.
is this what this series is about? What did I miss in the previous episodes? Is
Hmm.
this it was mind-blowing because
Hmm.
it was so subtle. It wasn't announced. As in a lot of horror movies, everything is announced by the actors' expressions,
Hmm.
the actors' movements, the sound design, where the camera focuses, right? All the horror is in your face because they're telling you where to look and
Hmm.
what to listen for. It was so subtle, and there were so many other subtle things in that show that just made it one of the scariest things I had ever seen. Um, yeah, he's a genius.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
The director of the '99 one was Jan de Bont of Speed fame.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay, Miss
And.
Swift. I feel like watching the Rose Red miniseries. Funny enough, the
Yeah.
1999 remake was supposed to be a collab between Spielberg and Stephen King. They
Hmm.
were all in sync until Spielberg pulled out of it because I don't think it was jiving with his sensibilities, and he
Hmm.
left to then do Rose Red, which is also a miniseries based on a haunted house.
Hmm.
Which, interestingly, now that my mind is now churning on that, does resemble Hill House a little bit. Um, and I think it's a three-part miniseries. Nancy Travis stars in it. It's got a whole bunch of actors and actresses we would recognize, but Nancy Travis is like the doctor who takes her subjects into the house of Rose Red. Um, yeah, and it's very much like this movie where all of it is psychological. We could probably talk for 20 minutes straight, Alex, and not really miss much for the movie. We just have to pay attention to Nell's reactions, all
Hmm.
of it that's going on in her head. Um,
Yeah.
this interchange with the doctor,
Hmm.
you get the feeling that she's more invested in their relationship than he is because he's
Hmm.
married.
Hmm.
He knows he's married. I don't think she knows he's married. Um, but at this point, I think we're about an hour, almost an hour in, and she's developing this connection to this house.
Hmm.
She really wants to stay in this house. Um, but of course, that was never the plan. She was not supposed to live there.
No.
Um, is it addressed in this movie that Theo, much like in the TV series, has her psychic experiences through touch? So in the series, she wears gloves a lot. Um,
Think so.
and I think that is like her superpower in this movie too.
Hmm.
Yeah, Calbot. When it came out, I felt like King was just ripping off The Haunting. Yeah, I think in some respects he was. Um, but in the whole haunted house genre, there's really only so much you can do with a house that is truly haunted.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I mean, it all does feel like it's all written from the same manuscript. A house is haunted. It's haunted by a ghost. It's haunted by an evil spirit, and it will haunt anyone who comes in. That's kind of the gist of it. We can rework the intricacies of it. Rose Red is just a manifestation of that. He tweaked it to his own liking, his own backstory, but it's still
Hmm.
very much like this. Um, and I think what is really interesting is Flanagan's version takes the same story, builds his own characters, uh, and I think it's a hell of a ride. Um,
Hmm.
I am just I can't recommend it enough. Interesting. Theo, back in the 60s, not very many women wore pantsuits. Audrey Hepburn, I believe, in the late 50s, early 60s, she was the one that revolutionized women wearing pantsuits. If I'm not mistaken, I think I read that somewhere. And she was just a fashion icon. And she was the one, Audrey Hepburn, that rocked the short hair too.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, so who wrote her name on the wall?
Yeah.
Very interesting. I don't know if we ever have an answer. Who is your guess? Or did Nell do it herself? Oh, is that your Alex? Is that your movie coming through?
Let me turn it down. Might be better.
Yeah, there we go. So here we have Nell doing one of her little freakouts. She just does not seem entirely stable. Um, yeah. So Calbot says the house did it. Yeah, I think we're led to believe the house did it. There are ghosts in the
Mm-hmm.
house, and they did it. Something
Or it's
similar
or it's Mrs.
happened in
Dudley.
the TV series, or Mrs. Dudley. Yeah, Mrs. Dudley could have done it.
And there was mention. I wasn't paying entirely attention. I was listening to the commentary last night. That I don't know if it was Theo or Mrs. Dudley
Hmm.
that went on to do or had been doing the character of Moneypenny in the James Bond movies. Same
The
actress, and
actress who plays Mrs. Dudley?
it's either the actress that plays Mrs. Dudley or the actress that plays Theo. I can't remember.
Well, I
So
have
off.
my notes here. I've got, let's see if we have Rosalie Crutchley plays Mrs. Dudley,
I don't think that was
and Claire Bloom plays Theodora.
okay. Well, off to IMDb we go.
Yeah. Interesting. A lot of this set design was also brought into, oh my gosh, did I suddenly get dark? Um, a lot of this set design was brought into the TV show. The statues, the plants, um, to show you the size of this mansion. These, yeah, Swift, interesting sculpture. It's a very interesting house. Um, Matt is saying, I was waiting for revelation that the words weren't written in chalk, but from ashes. Yeah, and the words that Nell's name was written on the wall in the TV show, and we learn later where they originated from because the house, the whole thing is comes full circle, um, in a very interesting twist.
I must have misheard because I'm looking at a list of the Moneypenny actresses, and
So
yeah,
it's neither.
no, it's none of them. So if I look at Miss Moneypenny, what's Wikipedia say?
Okay, over there in Discord, Miss Swift posted a link. The Cobwebs channel, the 20 best haunted house movies. And I bet this one is in that list. The whole idea of this movie being this psychological thriller where most of it occurs in her head, but
Hmm.
we have enough of those horror elements that the house could very well be haunted. Um, it almost doesn't need anything else. And I think it's purposely made this way, instead of those out and out horror elements, because we are supposed to be led on this journey of Nell. And everyone has a lot of questions. I think that's how it happens to us. As seeing the caretaker, everyone thinks that the butler, the distant butler access, um, and anybody could have. Nell is the only one freaked out about really any of this. She's
Hmm.
very fragile, and I think this, if she's not careful, she will. Um, oh, Alex is gone and Sharon is making haunting noises?
Uh-oh. I'm still seeing you fine. And I'm hearing you fine.
No.
They're saying Gremlins and Pazuzu got us both. How nice.
Oh no. Okay, do we need to do a reset? Am I back now? Are we back now? Oh, that's weird.
That's
My
weird.
house is not haunted that I know
Nope.
of.
Neither's mine. It's snowing, but the weather's not that bad.
Okay, thank you. We're good now. Um, there we go. Well, it's not a full, complete watch party unless
Unless
something
something
goes
goes
wrong.
wrong. Hmm. That's a fun wrought iron staircase.
Yep. Was that in the 1999 remake? Anyone know? I can't remember
Uh,
from
I don't
watching
remember.
it yesterday. But it was a um pivotal character. It was like a character in and of itself in the TV show.
Hmm.
So is Nell is internalizing the deaths
In the
that
house, yeah.
that they know of, and she is connecting herself to this house.
Hmm.
Um yeah, she is beyond fragile.
Hmm.
The spiral staircase was in the remake. Thank you, Miss Swift. Yeah, and Eric says the staircase was there, but it was in the garden house. Eric, okay, and this was in the remake, right, Eric? Nell climbs it and the staircase slowly falls apart when the doctor is trying to get her down.
Sounds
And
about
in the
right.
remake, I think Catherine Zeta Jones plays Theo.
Yeah.
Lily Taylor
Hmm.
plays
Now.
Theo. No. And Nell was fragile in the movie remake and in the TV show. Um, but I think the TV show does a better job of explaining the motivation behind Nell's character, and they made her and Luke twins, and so they have that connection. Um, but Nell's whole connection to the house was twists and turn and Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about that TV show if you guys haven't seen it. Eric says I watched the remake last October for Spooky Month. Yeah, that is a good one to play in October.
Mm-hmm.
And I think very much like this movie, it is a slow burn. It's not like action sequence after action sequence.
And Theo's getting Nell a little drunk.
A little drunk and letting loose a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good one, Matt. Over there in Discord, Theodore is rocking the Diana Rigg collection of outfits. Yes, Emma Peel and the Avengers. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I so wanted that movie to be good. And it really, really, really wasn't.
Was it?
Casting, not bad. Story, horrible.
Well, then I won't visit that.
Like Uma Thurman, Ray Fiennes, and Sean Connery. No reason for that movie to be crap, but it was.
And what? Okay, I'm trying to recall. 1998. Okay, I was thinking it was earlier than that. Ah, and Uma Thurman. I think it's
Yeah.
number one at the box office now. Um,
Whole bloody affair.
the whole bloody affair.
The whole 4.5 hours make your butt numb
Yeah,
bloody
I
affair.
would hope it have an intermission.
They do. It's a 15-minute intermission.
Oh my God, have you seen it or have you heard about it?
I heard it's a 15. I was told it's a 15-minute intermission. Time to refill your concession stuff and make a bathroom run.
Perfect. Ah, here it is. Nell doesn't want to leave Hill House ever, ever, ever.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because of the trauma and the toll taking care of her mother
Mm-hmm.
um, for so long. In the remake movie, it was mentioned she took care of her mother for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume that it was that long in this movie.
Oh,
Um,
probably.
that takes its toll on someone's psyche if you're a full-time caregiver. Um,
Oh, yeah. Especially
yes, Matt,
if you're the caregiver and there's no relief.
and there's no relief. Over years and years, it takes its
Yeah.
toll. And she's not even given time to recover from that.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got to find some identity and Hill House is it for her. Yes, Matt, we are discussing Tarantino as this movie has Nell painting her toes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That like slumber party. Who had the slumber party comment?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And yeah, Johnny Devick, the Avengers tried to stuff too many ideas into it instead of taking one solid plot and doing it. So
yeah, I will make sure I have not seen it. I will not visit that
it's
movie.
it's worth watching as a B movie.
Mm,
If it were like a couple of tweaks and it would be a solid B movie, but they tried to market it as an A movie and failed. That seems to be a lot of the problem with movie marketing nowadays. They try to pitch everything as the A movie. Well, no.
yeah,
Sometimes you need a solid B and even a solid C movie.
that's right. Um,
Because
even
if you
know what an go
yeah,
ahead.
Let's just say a solid C movie. If you go in knowing it's a solid C movie, you'll be absolutely entertained. Same with a B movie.
Yeah.
But when you try to
Um,
tentpole everything and you think, "Oh, this is crap," well, no, you're going in thinking it's an A movie. It's not. So,
but in order to know what an A movie is, you have to have B, C, D,
and
and
Z
F
movies.
movies.
Yeah.
You have to have something to compare them all to because y'all
Mhm.
can't be A's.
Yeah. You need a Plan 9 from Outer Space and The
Right.
Day the
You
Earth Stood
need
Still.
those. Exactly.
Because The Day the Earth Stood Still is a solid B/A movie, and Plan 9 from Outer Space is a dumpster fire.
Yeah, you could put it like a C if you're going in it knowing it's just
Yeah.
enjoying it for what it is.
Yeah. Well, and see, Mad Matt, they kind of Man from Uncle. I put Man from Uncle in the same category as John Carter. Good movie, crap marketing.
And that wasn't that the Henry Cavill movie.
Yeah. No, it was him, Henry Cavill, and the dude that played the Winklevosses in that Facebook movie.
I had not seen that movie. It just sounds familiar.
The Social Network with Eisenberg.
Oh, this is the scene where they have Nell and Theo sharing the room. Yeah, Swift says Army Hammer.
Yeah,
Was he in
him.
that?
Yeah. Is this the bit with the door? I think this might be the. No, no, no,
I'm,
no.
I'm thinking.
I can't remember when the
Um,
bit with the door happens, but it's. No.
well, we're an hour and 10 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
So Nell is just getting what crazier and crazier.
Mm-hmm.
And so, well, maybe crazy isn't the right word. Wrapped up in the house as
Mm-hmm.
her identity. I think that's a better term. And the longer she spends there, the more she doesn't want to leave.
Yeah.
And I think the house could be haunted and it's just messing with her mind. Um, More so than anybody else, because no one else seems to be really freaked out about the house.
Mm-hmm. Well, Johnny Depp would have been John Carter of Mars.
Yeah, Johnny Devick says John Carter seemed like a presidential movie. They should have called it John Carter at Virginia instead to tell where it was set.
Well, it was set in the West and on Mars. It was in Virginia for a couple of minutes, and then it was
Hmm.
in England for a while. And but you know, I remember seeing it. I was entertained. I felt it was a solid movie. It just got promoted as action space bears. And no, it was so much more than that. She's over on the day bed
Yep,
because
this
because heaven forbid in 1963 they have her in the other twin bed that happens to be sitting next to the other one.
we're supposed to be sleeping next to each other, but
Hmm.
exactly. But it also having her show up on the other side of the room and she feels the hand on her wrist. Now, whether it was there, whether it
Hmm.
was in her head, I don't think it really matters because she is kind of crazy. Edward the Black Princess says no, no, crazy is appropriate. Yes.
Yeah,
So she's going a little crazy. Um, so maybe she was in the bed and she moved to the day bed and she doesn't remember she did it.
That's
There's a
possible.
lot of it's a lot of psychological psychological game work or tricks of the camera or the storytelling. We're led to believe she's going crazy, but maybe she's not, right?
Yeah.
um Maybe it's time to revisit John Carter from 2012. It's an action
Mm,
adventure movie.
it is.
Yeah, Civil War veteran John Carter, played by Taylor Kitsch, mysteriously awakens on the surface of Mars, also called Barzoom.
Ars-
He
Barsoom, yeah.
Barsoom. He little expects the adventure that awaits him.
Hmm.
Alrighty.
He meets green Martians, one of which was played by Willem Dafoe. Another one
Okay.
was played by Thomas Jane. They were
Okay, Bryan Cranston's in
and
it.
they were mocapped, and it's actually good, decent mocap and CGI for the
Okay.
aliens. There's human looking aliens. Kieran Hines is in it,
Okay. I vaguely remember when
and
it came out, but I think I wisely avoided it in the theaters. I avoided it.
well, and it's because the trailers and the promos made it look like a steaming pile of garbage, and
Or it
it
is, I guess.
and on viewing later, like I watched it on rental because it's what you could still do that. It's like, oh, it's a renter, I'll wait. Then I watched it on Blu-ray at the time. Like, this is really good. I would have liked this in the theater, but they sunk so much money into marketing, like a
Swift
ridiculous
is
amount of
saying,
money into marketing. It ballooned the budget, and then they said, "Oh well, it didn't make any money back because you
yeah.
fucked up the marketing."
Um, Swift is saying it wasn't bad, just underwhelming.
Yeah, because it was
Um,
the parts of the story was there. You know, having read
and they say
the
the
book's
budget
good.
was like $306 million. That's nuts.
Yeah, and they threw like another 200 million into marketing, and it's like that's insane. But the had a good director, cast was decent.
Yeah, looks like pretty much an all-star cast.
Oh yeah, it was a good cast. They weren't messing around, but
Yeah, and
it was
sometimes with the best intentions, movies just don't land at
yeah,
all.
like and it's the type of property that Walt Disney, had he had the tech at the time, he would have made. He would have said, "Hey, you know what? We want the rights to Tarzan," and then they do that because Disney did Tarzan as an animated one, right? And we want to make something as a live action. Oh well, let's make John Carter the John Carter books a live action, and could have not done that really well. Like could have had Ray Harryhausen do a bunch of stuff with him, and it would have been great in 1960 whatever. But they waited until 2012 to make it. So
Yeah. Um,
well, yeah, of course, Matt. A book gets to be long winded. Lord of the Rings is
yeah.
very long winded in places. The movie is smartly left parts of that out.
You know what? Stephen King's It is the same way.
Hmm.
Very long-winded in the book in descriptions and backstories,
Hmm.
but all of it had to be cut out of the
Yeah.
movie. Um,
Yeah.
okay, interesting scene here that this pivotal moment in Nell's life that she's
Hmm.
describing is the moment that her mom was crying out for help. She didn't answer,
Yeah.
and she's blaming herself now for her mom's death.
Hmm.
Um, Completely normal after 11 years of taking care of someone. You
Hmm.
can't always be there all the time.
Yeah.
And so now you kind of see maybe the guilt in her mind. Obviously, she's carrying that guilt with her that she wasn't there when she was needed. And it
Hmm.
was the resulting, that's why her mom died. That's what
Hmm.
happened. in her mind anyway.
Well, yeah,
Um, and which was similar to the beginning scene where
the caretaker of the
the
daughter left
right
and didn't come.
left, and she was messing around with the gardener
Something like that.
on the balcony. And so the old lady was calling for help and died because no one came.
Hmm.
So we have, fast forward decades and decades, and we have this playing out again. Yeah, interesting how they took this whole story of being there for your parents and then not. If you're not there, the guilt that a child can experience, or in the beginning of the movie when it wasn't the daughter, it was a caretaker in a position of taking care of someone, and you're not there. um and we're led to believe the guilt led the gal at the beginning to kill herself. um and I wonder if it's going to play out with this. And that, you know what, interestingly enough, that part sort of was brought into the TV show of Hill House too. Um, what the parents went through in the house and what the kids went through, especially.
Yeah, the Hill House was the one with Henry Thomas in it.
Yeah. And he
Okay.
played Hugh. And in
Yeah.
this movie, Hugh was only brought up at the beginning as the builder of the house, the owner of the house 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, and Hugh and Olivia in the show came in and bought the house as like a flip. They were going to restore it and flip it. So
Hmm.
they had already come in to the house that had a history. Um, much like Nell is coming into this house with history. Um, am I the only one in Nell's mind? She's trying to form a connection with the doctor,
Hmm.
so it's all in her head. But is she trying to do that? Well, because she lost her mom, she lost her, all the other family wants to kick her out of the house. Um, and she's got no one. So she's now trying to form connections that she's ill equipped to do.
Hmm.
So I don't know. The doctor he wasn't giving off vibes that he was even interested in her. She's just,
Oh.
that's what she's sensing or wants to sense.
Yep.
Um, but here we go. The wife shows up. Oh, that can't be good for Nell. Yeah, Matt, Nell is the 40-year-old virgin. Exactly. She was just kind of left to be at this time, would she be considered a spinster?
Pretty much.
Approaching 40? Obviously hasn't had any successful relationships, is now on her own. And her growth as a person had been stunted, obviously. Yeah, Julie Harris, who plays Nell, does a fantastic job of embodying that desperation, that sadness. Someone is totally ill-equipped to deal with the real world. Maybe that's the gist. She's totally ill-equipped to deal with anything in the real world.
Hmm. Trying to remember what else I know her from.
Oh boy, her career goes back. I think she was on Broadway. Let's see, and I believe she passed away some time ago.
2013.
Uh, yep. 5 Tony Awards
Okay, yeah,
for
she was
Best
in.
Leading Actress in a Play, 3 Primetime Emmy Awards, and a Grammy Award.
Ah,
Yep. Oh yeah, her career is long. Um, Academy Award nominations. So it looks like her career. Oh wow, in theater started in mid 40s,
hmm
and then she's just been doing everything. Where would we know her from something on television? Does anybody
uh,
remember?
she, according to
Um,
IMDb, she was one of the narrators on Ken Burns' Civil War.
mhm.
A lot of guest
Knots
spots on a bunch of
Landing.
stuff. Lots, Knots
Yep,
Landing,
Knots
Virginian.
Landing, episodic television.
Yeah.
But yeah, she mainly got her success in the theater
hmm
and movies.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, Calbot posted a picture of Roger Moore. Is that Roger Moore and Moneypenny? Okay, so it's a gift of. Okay, so he's saying thank you to her. I think that's Moneypenny, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, and Matt also posted the gif of young Frankenstein of enter the wife. Yes, and she shows
hmm
up unexpectedly. Yeah. So the wife is throwing off everyone's dynamic. She does not like it at all. And she's not buying it's a haunted house. Um, and she's totally unfazed. All right, guys, how happy would you be if you were in the middle of your experiment and the wife shows up and she's like, put an end to it. This is bullcrap. You're wasting your time. Yeah, this internal monologue now. Um, this is now like
Falling
she's
apart
crossed the line.
internally. Yeah.
Um,
hmm
and she's got to now find a way to stay in the house. Oh, Talbot says Julie Harris was a frequent panelist on Match Game. Gene Rayburn called her the first lady of the theater. That was a great game show. I have to revisit some of the earlier episodes. I don't remember her from Match Game. Well, that's true, Swift. To quote Alanis Morissette, it's meeting the man of your dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife. That's exactly where Nell is. Uh, I guess it was all going according to plan, or Nell had a plan, but it's just the wife just threw a wrench in the ointment.
I think you mixed your metaphor.
But okay, there's a
I've never heard wrench in the ointment.
there's a yeah. What
Wrench,
is that metaphor?
fly in the ointment and wrench in the
Fly
something.
in the ointment. There you go. A wrench in the works, or
Yes,
yeah, that's what it is. Thank you very much.
because I heard that and I went, that doesn't sound right.
That was close.
Oh, here's Mr. Tamblin enjoying a drink. Good for him.
Exactly. He's totally unaffected by any of this.
Yep.
Um, and yeah, the beauty of doing this live and unscripted is that you'll never know what's coming out. I don't have a script. I think I'm thinking 5 seconds ahead of what I'm saying. Oh, that's it, Cowbot. Yeah, fly in the ointment, monkey in the wrench. Or wrench in the monkey.
That would be painful for the monkey.
That would be very painful.
Oh, here's the bit with the door.
Ah, this is the scene with the door. And they all happen to be in the room.
Hmm.
Because at this point, nothing except for the noises and the banging, nothing really scary has been happening to anybody
Yeah.
except Nell.
Hmm.
But now, because his wife is in the nursery, she forced her way into the nursery, even though he was saying don't, because that seems to be where a lot of things are emanating from. Um, yeah, so at least in this scene, they can all experience what's going to happen. I would like to know the other people in this room, what their inner dialogue was. We're only seeing Nell's. We're only hearing what Nell is saying to herself. So, what is it exactly are they thinking is out there? The spirits of all the people that have died in the house?
Hmm.
Um, so far, they really haven't had any solid connections to the spirits in the house. And I think that's what they're trying for. Yeah, this is the one really unique shot with the door that's bulging. Otherwise, there's really no need for the practical effects in this movie. There's no other special effects. It's all in lighting and cinematography and the type of camera they're using. All right. And I wonder if that's got to be a good practical effect. So for the 60s, it's probably a door made of rubber.
Yeah, I forget how they explain what it is, but I can't remember exactly how they said they did it. But
Um,
some kind of rubber would make the most sense. Plywood, thin plywood, and a rubber
yeah.
thing. Just
Yeah, using a specially made prop door and the physical force of a crew member. That's
mhm.
it. That's about as high tech as we get. And especially with Nell, that the way that it's shot, a lot of those, when she was on the balcony and you know how the camera was just, it shot her at a distance and then it went up to her very unstable. A lot of these shots are to give her this unstable quality. And this shot right here, um, yeah, and what an art form it is with the camera work, the lighting. Yeah, Miss Swift, rather than this all being in Nell's head, what if all these manifestations are caused by Nell's latent psychokinesis? Very well could be. We're not really given the opportunity at this point in the movie to figure it out. But it very well could be because she was brought to the house for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mad Matt, we don't get an Indian burial ground explanation this time.
Oh God, my brain just went to Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca with the lunatic housekeeper and the dead previous wife.
Oh, yes, I
And
saw that movie
and
years
I
ago.
remember my brain was like, oh well, what if it is Mrs. Dudley and she's just a complete lunatic and messing around with the house?
Yep. Now that was what, 1944, 1942?
No, it was like 39, 39 or 40.
39, was it?
Yeah,
And a lot of people say that is Hitchcock's finest work.
Rebecca. It's good, but
Yeah, I
I
don't know
don't
if
know
it's
about
that good,
it's
but it
good.
was
It's
good.
up there, but I don't know about finest. But yeah, it's good.
You know what? It reminds me a lot of this movie too.
Yeah, it was like some of the pacing and the you're
Mhm.
finding stuff out later, and
Yep. And then by the end of it, then the story kind of it's all brought together by the ending,
yeah,
but you have to go through all the movie to have any sense of
yeah,
what's going on. So yeah, what if Nell is actually causing all of this by her presence there? And she has this psychic connection. There really are no ghosts, and she's the one doing it all.
yeah.
Um, by the time this movie is over, you could take that and then go back and see if it fits with how the how the movie's constructed. And I think that's done on purpose too. Oh, Edward the Black Prince is saying North by Northwest is the best. Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that one too.
Hmm. But then you know what? A lot of people say The Birds. A lot of people say Psycho.
Scorsese would say Vertigo, so that's a bit slow for me.
Yeah. That's a good one, Matt. Nell has The Shining.
Or The Shinning, as the Simpsons would say.
That too.
Hmm.
Well, how much time do we have left? Yeah, an hour and a half. So we have a lot of story, a lot of plot in an hour and a half. Not too much action. Um, a couple little scary moments.
Scary art in the book.
Yeah. Eleanor does not have much time
Hmm.
to figure out what she's going to do. That is a very interesting staircase. I wish it was more prominent in the movie because it really is a spooky element to the house. You don't see that very often.
And it's the type of staircase that you usually only find in like a library or up to an
Hmm.
attic space or
It's one of
you
the
know,
tallest staircases ever.
yeah, like that looks taller
Um,
than the staircase Indiana Jones went up at the library in Venice. So then again, it just probably looks that lens it was shot with, right?
exactly. But it is tall. It's supposed to go up to what, the attic space?
Something like that.
or
It's going past the
it's going past the books.
balcony, past the books on the second floor. Yeah.
Mhm. But I think we can agree at this point, I think she's completely lost it.
Oh yeah, she's
Uh,
gone Looney Tunes.
she's she decided what she was saying in her head, that I'm home, this house is mine, I'm here, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
So she decided she's got to stay somehow. Oh, at this point, do you think there are ghosts that are influencing her in any way, or she's just batshit crazy?
I'm gonna lean on batshit crazy. And like she's going up the staircase that she knows is rickety because Russ Tamblyn went up it part way and went, "Oh shit," and jumped
Uh-huh.
off of it.
Uh-huh.
So,
And it's the same staircase that the gal at the beginning fell from, quote unquote. I think they said, "Oh, she fell."
mhm.
But in the show, it's got a different backstory to it.
Yes, she's spiraling. Well put.
That is a good one, Matt. Yeah.
Oh, Calbot, Harpo marks. Well done, Harpo and Chico.
That is a good one. You know what, Calbot, with those the gifts of those girls from The Shining, doesn't it remind you of that? Come play with us forever and ever. That's kind of what Nell is going through here. This is my home forever and ever.
All this is missing is the ghost of the guy from the subway in Ghost.
Oh my gosh.
This is my library. Get out.
Oh, I remember when we did that movie as a watch party.
Hmm.
That's a fun movie. Quite literally, the doctor is trying to talk her down.
Hmm.
And she's so far gone, I don't even think that it has registered with her that she could die on this staircase.
Hmm. Well, you could die falling from that height if you fall in the right way. Otherwise, your legs are broken, or your
But
back
if
is
you fall,
broken, or
right, and
parts
if
are
you
broken,
fall with the staircase, it might break your fall a little bit, but yeah, you'd break your back, you'd break your legs.
or it lands on you and crushes you.
Oh, yeah. You're dead. You're dead.
Now, is that a staircase to nowhere? Or is there a door over there?
It looks like there's a door.
Okay.
There's a door right there. Um, so I'm just kind of spitballing off the top of my head. Wouldn't it make more sense, even if this is set in the 60s, that with the experiment that he wants to do, if he's just doing an experiment on people's reaction to the house, that's fine. But wouldn't you want to bring some of the high-tech electronic equipment of the day into the house too?
Hmm.
But he didn't bring any of that. And I don't think they did it in the remake either.
Yeah, no, it's not like there's any sort of earthquake sensing equipment or any
Nothing.
infrared, other photosensory equipment, anything like that, sound recording equipment, none of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Matt. I want the doctor to follow her up, say, "Hey, you forgot the rope." That's a nod to the show, I believe. Um, okay, so that was a jump scare. If you weren't ready for that, No one else saw her. She says it's Mrs. Markway. Wouldn't he be concerned about his wife?
Yeah.
Right? And she's saying, dude, it was your wife who I saw through that trapdoor. Wouldn't he say, holy crap, where's my wife?
Mm-hmm.
So why isn't he doing that? I don't know. Oh, Calbot says Legend of Hell House does that in 1973. Oh, Legend of Hell House. Oh, that's a classic. Oh, The Legend of Hell House, guys, 1973. Um, directed by John Hugh. Uh, starring Pamela Franklin, Roddy McDowell. That's another classic.
And Gail Honeycutt. Oh, it's a Richard Matheson one. Okay, I can see that.
Yep, based
And
on Hell House by Richard Matheson.
yeah, and Michael Gough appears in it. Played Alfred in the later Batmans.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Clive
man,
Revel, the original voice of the Emperor in Empire Strikes Back.
nice.
A physicist, his wife, and a young female psychic, and the only survivor of the previous visit. Well, it's smart. You're the survivor of the previous visit. You want to go back? Went, what?
Sure, let's do it.
Previous visitors have either been killed or gone mad, and it's up to the team to survive a full week in isolation to solve the mystery of Hell House. If you're the previous survivor, how much money are you paying me up front for me to go do this? Oh, but it's for science. Screw
For
you. Pay me.
science. Yeah, bull crap. Oh, here we go. Are we at the end already? Yeah, we've got a couple minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know you're crazy and you know you're way over the top if the doctor is sending you away from the house. No, dude, we don't need you anymore for the experiment. You need to get out.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm all right now. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
no, you're not. Go.
you're not.
It's like, no,
Um,
get away.
everybody knows that she is so far gone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but is she really? Is she truly too far gone in her head? Or is it the manifestation of the house that is making everyone think she's crazy? But I think the
Maybe.
consensus we have is no, she's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, they did a great job of making sure that we all can hear what she's saying to herself, that inner dialogue. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense at this point. Um, she wouldn't really be that crazy to us.
Right.
But she really is. Yeah, Matt, why is Luke riding along?
To make sure
Um,
she bloody well
make
leaves.
to make sure she gets out.
Yeah.
But no, Luke gets out of the car
And
to
says, give
forget
me
what he forgot
I
to
need,
give the key to
I
him.
need the key to the gate, and she just leaves.
Ugh. Yeah, I think at this point,
Not if the house
um,
needs me to stay. It's like, no, you're a little bit nuts.
yep. But then why is she driving off if she's already convinced herself that the house needs her, that she can't leave?
Mm-hmm.
She is truly crazy. But at this moment, she is acting like that steering wheel is acting on its own,
Mm-hmm.
but it is left ambiguous as to whether she was the one that had her hands on the steering wheel the whole time and doing it, not knowing she was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, And she's still begging to be stopped. She's wondering why no one else is coming to get her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she was truly at the point where she did this all intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Did she drive herself into the tree, or did the spirits drive her into the tree? And I mean, and truly, at the end, was she even trying to save herself? Hey guys, who buys that? She got lost?
Mm-hmm. I ended up in the attic. It's like, oh, it's one thing.
It's a little bit.
It's like you ended up in the attic. Pardon?
You ended up walking the grounds? Yeah, man, obviously Grace did it. It's
Yeah,
just weird.
yeah. See, I don't know how I got out here. It's like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, it wasn't your
So,
fault, says the guy. She did it to herself.
right, did she?
Yeah,
Did she do it to herself, or was the spirit that led Grace out of the house and disoriented her the same that disoriented Nell?
yeah. Accident at the same tree.
The exact same tree.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you know what? Everything could be true at the same time. There could be spirits
Mm-hmm.
in the house guiding their actions, making Nell crazy,
Yeah.
making all of these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But Nell was already crazy to begin with. Yeah,
Yeah.
Calbot. Option one, Nell is crazy. Option two, the house is evil. Option three, one and two, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And this is further that story is further brought about in the TV series,
Mm-hmm.
where it's kind of a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Then ought to be burned to the ground and
Yeah.
sewed with salt.
And so what happens to Hill House after this? Well, Hugh Crane buys it in present day with his wife Olivia, and they bring their children and they
Mm-hmm.
flip it. That's what it is. And all of the camera work to highlight the house. Every time we see the house, it's always doom and gloom. It always
Yeah.
looks evil.
And that was the infrared film that did it.
Yep.
Heightened
So
the
there was at
darkness
no
of the
point that
brick and everything
we
else.
actually. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
So I was going to say, at no point did we ever see this house in the daytime where it
Mm-hmm.
was just a house that was
Yeah.
sitting there. Um, yeah. Sure. All right, guys. That was the original Hill House. Um, any final thoughts? It was kind of a long 2 hours, with just
Yeah. Which slow
things.
burn movies feel long. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Um, it could have very easily been about a half hour shorter.
Easily.
Um, very easily. There was just a lot of the dialogue and a lot of things that could have been cut out, and it still would have been an entertaining movie. Um, yeah, Edward the Black Prince, boring, but I can say I've seen it. It just kind of dragged on a long time. Um, so there you go, guys.
Yeah. Even the
Um,
remake was shorter at 119 minutes.
and that was a full movie that encompassed all the plot points, and it had a good beginning, middle, and an end.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So I mean, it was a great movie, but it was great spending time with you guys
Hmm.
and talking haunted houses and kind of getting into the Christmas spirit. I've got my ugly Christmas sweater with Con. This is my Wreath of Con
Yeah.
ugly Christmas sweater.
Nice.
Um,
You
and
you decided to not go with fornicating deer.
no. I think my son-in-law has that kind of sweater. I've got this one and an elf one with
Mhm.
a Stranger Things one coming in the mail.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I've got a couple. Um, yes, Miss Swift says very atmospheric. Set the standard for haunted house movie genre. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, so this is on a lot of the reviewers' top 10, top 15 most scariest movies. Um,
This is maybe scary
yeah,
for the
and they
time, but not really a
yeah,
wake up with nightmares the night after you watch it movie.
exactly. It's not scary by 2025 standards and movies that we have seen. Um, Calbot says, as I said in the Discord, I love watching this late at night when I'm alone. Yes, it's more of that kind of movie, and
Yeah.
it's just a nice scary movie, haunted house movie, I would say. Um, and I think maybe if you guys are like me, I've been so jaded by movies that in order to scare me, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen that in 100 other movies, guys. What can you do to scare me, to truly scare me?
Hmm.
Um, it takes a lot, but good movies, um, we can enjoy at any time.
Yeah.
So they don't have to be scary. Um,
Oh, old Johnny Devick, I misread or your comment blended with a few others, and I'm like, I kind of want I what my brain what read was I kind of want a Fraggle Rock haunted house movie, and I'm like, what? Now I kind of want a
Ooh,
Fraggle Rock haunted house movie, but
yes. But what he wants is a Fraggle Rock
like
Xmas
Christmas,
sweater.
he wants a
Yes,
Fraggle Rock
Christmas
Christmas
sweater.
sweater.
Yes,
I also want one of those, but
exactly. Um,
you see,
yeah. So
that would be a weird horror comedy, and the Henson Estate, and hopefully Disney would never do it, but a haunted house movie starring the Muppets.
wasn't there didn't we talk about this a week or two ago about like the Muppets, serial killer Muppets? And there was a movie someone mentioned about Melissa McCarthy,
The Happy Time Murders,
Happy Time Murders,
and
which was
that movie's
Muppet
excellent for what it
types.
is.
Yeah.
It's a buddy cop movie, half starring Muppets,
Yeah.
or well, puppets, because it's from a
Mm.
crew that are part of the Muppet family, but they like we're never going to get to do this with the Muppets, but we know how to make puppets and do this and that. So they
Exactly. Because they're never gonna what make the actual Muppets. They're
do
not
that. Yeah,
gonna colorize
they're
that.
not going to have the actual Muppets doing cocaine,
No,
but the Happy Time
no.
Murders can have puppets
Or
doing as much
Kermit the
cocaine as they
Frog
want.
going on a killing spree. No.
No,
Um, so, all right, guys.
Muppets Haunted Mansion 2021. Calbot says I will have to look for that.
Is that like a real thing?
I don't know. I will have to
Check
look
it real
for it.
quick. We'll go over next week's schedule. Next week we are doing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's a much shorter movie at about what clocks in at about an hour and 39 minutes. That is the one that I will have to push an hour early. There is a commitment with my daughter's school that is like at that time that we normally are showing our movie. So I just need to push it back an hour. Um, I will make sure that is reflected in the posting for it. So I hope you guys can get here an hour early. Um, and then the next couple movies for December are going to be on time, same place. Um,
Oh
yeah,
God.
over there in Discord, Calbot posted Muppets Haunted Mansion TV special 2021.
It's on Disney Plus.
Huh. There you go.
And
Learn something new.
old Johnny Devick just posted Muppets Blood and Steel would be a great movie, and my brain went because I just watched the new House of Asher,
Oh,
which is a Spartacus spinoff. My brain went Muppets Blood and Sand and went, oh god, no, no, no. The Muppets in the Spartacus universe would be
oh, geez.
amazing and horrifying at the same time.
Oh, geez. Yeah, we could go off on a whole tangent of the Muppets. They are so beloved. We could do
Yes.
anything with them. It wouldn't scare me, but licensing rights for the Muppets, they have to stay kid friendly.
It- Absolutely. But
Yep, I get
yeah,
it. Um, oh
it's like
yeah,
yeah.
Calbot, if you can make it, I will be there an hour late, have a weekly thing right before this. I totally get it. Next
Oh
week is
god,
just kind of an anomaly.
Mad Matt
Well,
Muppets Caligula. Oh good god.
okay. We got it. All right. Um, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna see you as
See
Miss
you all
Swift
next
has
week.
posted same bat time, same bat channel, just an hour earlier next week.
Hmm.
And we're gonna visit the Griswolds as they celebrate Christmas.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, we're gonna go in for a little change of pace.
Yes,
Um,
go from haunting noises to hilarity.
from haunted houses to Christmas decorations. Yay!
Yes,
Um, but yeah, I'll be there an hour early. Um, so thank you all for being there, and it was fun. Thank you, Alex, for being
my
here today.
my pleasure. I'll be hopefully be able to make it next week. I may be
Okay.
recovering from some stuff, but yeah,
Well,
I'll be in the
that's
audience at least.
right on. So we'll see you all next week. And if you can't make it, we'll see you the week after. Bye,
We'll see you,
guys.
gang. Bye.